I remember when I first started homeschooling and I had to register, I was so scared.
Yeah,
So
me
scared.
too.
But it doesn't have to be that scary.
No,
does it?
not at all. I guess my first experience was trying to get all the documentation together and not knowing where to start, and then having this strange person come into my house, and it felt like maybe they were judging me based on if I could be a teacher or not, but it's not really like that.
Yeah.
But that's how it felt at the time.
Yeah, and the border studies don't actually give you too much to go off, do
Yeah,
they?
no,
You really
not at
have to
all.
like ask quite a few mums and work it out.
Steps to getting registered. What is the very first thing you think we need to do?
Well, the very first thing you need to do is you need to go onto your state's website, your homeschooling website, and we'll have the links below for you guys. And you need to fill out their form for homeschooling, and you need to fill it out for each child. And then you can either email it to them or you can send it to them in the mail. And then once that's got to them, they will ring you up and they will book in a time, and they will say, I'm going to come over, or I'm going to Zoom call you at your house on this date, and you need to have, by that time, all your things pulled together for them to see. Next, we need to talk about resources.
Okay.
Now, that's often quite overwhelming for people because they're quite new to homeschooling.
Yeah.
Don't stress too much. If at first you don't know what is the best resource for my child, or, oh my gosh, I need to research this, just get some basic resources. Get a basic maths book and get a basic language English book, and show that you have a good collection of books in your cupboard for the children to read and practice their reading, and probably some like a good history.
Yeah, just look at the subjects that you need to be teaching and choose a basic resource to start with. Go with each of those subjects.
Where do we find the subjects that we need to be teaching? Is this on the Board of Studies website?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the next step you need to do, is you need to look on the website, on the Board of Studies website, and we will link that below, of the outcomes for your state, for your child's grade that they need to fill out. And that is the most trickiest part, isn't it? What I did for that, I would write English, and then I would have a table just on Word, and I would write down all the outcomes for English, and then I would leave a space on the side where I would later write how we did that. So that's the fiddliest part, and that's really something that you have to do yourself because every state has different outcomes.
That's right. Sometimes you can get lucky and the website provides those resources for you, but you do kind of have to hunt for them. So just take your time on the website and have a really good search.
Yeah. We'll link for each state. What page to go on for that.
Yeah. So the other thing is you will need a weekly timetable, and now this isn't it's not your hard and fast weekly timetable for the rest of your life, so don't stress out trying to get it perfect. It's more what you intend to do every week with your child. Basically, have your maths and English for each day, plus throughout the week your different subjects, your history, science, all of that throughout the week. And obviously that's going to change as you adapt, but it's just a general idea of what
they want to know that you've evenly spaced out the subjects and got enough in the week.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. And they will adjust too. If you get it wrong, don't ever worry, because they will say you need a bit more of this and you need a bit. They're so nice, aren't they?
Yeah, they're great.
Like, I've always had a great experience with them.
That's right. And most of them are super passionate about education, so they're there to help you.
Yeah.
So after the weekly timetable, you might want to do a broader term overview. So you might want to write maths, English, history, blah, 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 and then say term 1, we're covering this. Term 2, we're covering that. Term 3, we're covering that. We have all this in this pack that we've made up for you guys to make it easy. And inside's got each thing you need to fill out, and you can do that. You can type it in or you can print it out and handwrite it in, and it's all there done for you.
Yeah, it's completely editable. Head to heartsoulmindjournal.com.au and you can think you can get it in the shop.
Yeah, that's right. And these templates, they're not compulsory, but they're just there to help you clearly communicate your plan and your ideas for your homeschool, which is what the assessor wants to see, isn't it? That you have a plan, you've read the outcomes, and you have a general goal of how you want to meet them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. After you've done all of those stages that we have in the pack, then they want to know, how are you going to assess your child? This is quite simple. It seems really hard, but it's not a major report card like the schools do.
Yeah.
All it is just a page where you write at the end of each semester. There's 2 semesters every year. At the end of each semester, you say, my child has done really well with the times tables, but they might be struggling with long division. We are doing this to strengthen that in their mathematics.
Is this an assessment for every subject?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to just do a sentence for each subject.
Okay, sure.
And just say, this is how they went and this is what we're doing to improve it. Just to say that you've been watching your child and I know now where to go with them.
Yeah,
that's right. So you can do that in a number of ways. You can write out a report style assessment if you are really into that. You might want to use lots of photos or make a photo book like Joe's done here.
An easy way to do that is just with your Instagram account. Every time we went on an excursion or we did a craft or we did something, I would just take a photo and then at the end of the year, I would just print it out, and she loved that.
It's such a beautiful idea.
And it's a beautiful
and it's a nice
memory.
My kids look back on their books all the time and
it's
have
gorgeous. Yes.
And another way that we would do is I would get a portfolio just like this, and I just pull out a work sample of the beginning of the year and then a work sample of the end of the year for each subject. So I might have the beginning of the year, that's how they looked, and then or just different worksheets we did, or different copy work. That would just show them that we had covered each subject quite well. It doesn't have to be heaps of stuff, but just lots of little work samples.
Yeah.
And also the kids love that too.
Yeah.
They like looking back on their work.
Absolutely. And something else I like to do is not so much write a report, but almost write a letter to my child, just documenting all their milestones that they've achieved throughout the term or throughout the year, term highlights, things they've really overcome. And I write it from the perspective that they're going to read it when they're older. And so I just add that to something like the photo book or to their work portfolios.
The assessors, the registrars, they're on your side. They want you to get registered. They want you to homeschool. They're really friendly most of the time. And it's not as daunting as you think.
It's actually funny reading people's comments on Facebook, and they're always like, it was so scary, but they were so nice. And we got, a year, or we got 6 months. And even people who went, I didn't have anything together, but he gave me 3 months and he's coming back and he's helping me out. They're always on your side. I don't think I've ever heard of someone that has not been registered.
And again, our heart is to help you get registered and make it easy. So with that in mind, Tiff, you've done a lot of hard work on this, the registration pack.
Yeah. They're not they're not compulsory, but they're just cute templates that you can use to clearly communicate your plan, and they're editable. So you should be able to type out in the boxes. They're also printable, so if you want to print them out and handwrite them, it includes things like just planning templates for you to write down or type in what you want to use for each subject. It has a weekly rhythm, so to show your assessor what you're going to do throughout the week. It also has the term at a glance template, so it shows your assessor what your goal is for each term. And it also includes templates for that end of year or end of semester assessments if you wish to use them.
So basically every step we spoke about besides writing down the outcomes.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's a really big job, but you can go on your state's website and find the outcomes there.
Yeah, and we want to know what you think. Have you done the registration process yet? Is it difficult? Was it easy? Have you done it yet? Are you nervous? Write below in the comments. And if you like our conversations, make sure you click like, click to subscribe, and check out our other videos. I think it's time for another cup of tea.
Yeah.